What is going on, you guys? I am back with another review, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers The Last Night Mission to Cybertron Toys R Us exclusive Combiner Infernocus. Ugh. So before we get to looking at any of these guys here, let's get them out of the way. Let's go over the box. So here you have Transformers Mission to Cybertron Infernocus, the Toys R Us exclusive logo. Transformers. On this side of the box, you got Cybertron and some glyphs if you want to try to decode those. On this side of the box, I love this image. You got Earth. Back here, you got Prime and Megatron shooting out at the corner. On the top of the box is the same image, but a much clearer shot. And there's Bumblebee clear back there. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots of all 5 of the Infernocons and Quintessa. The names of the Infernocons are Skulk, Rupture, Thrash, Glug, and Gorge. Sorry, you guys couldn't see that. Glug and Gorge. And that's it for the box. So let's get the box out of here. Included in the box, oh boy, this is a big thing. Here is the instruction sheet for Infernocus. The thing's almost the same height as my review station. Get this massive thing out of here. With the Mission to Cybertron exclusive figures, you get a collector's card, which completes the picture on the box of Optimus and Megatron. And I've already translated this. This says Infernocons. So that is it for that. Now, let's bring in our... Okay, let's bring back in our Infernocon buddies. Now, the interesting thing about this set is Hasbro decided to re-release, again, the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Terracons. Yeah, these are the Prime Terracons. Blot, Cutthroat, Center Twin, and Ripper Snapper. These are the Beast Hunters Terracons. And this is a brand new mold. So, before we take a look at these guys, again, sorry, let's take a look at the included Quintessa figure, which she's made out of translucent plastic, and she does look like Quintessa from the movie. And if you're curious how big she is, here she is next to an Infernocon. Here's Skulk. Let me lower. There she is with Skulk. And here she is with some Dinobots. This is up a bit. Here she is with some Dinobots. So yeah. Quintessa has no articulation. She's just a little itty bitty figurine. So let's get these guys out of here. That's it for her. Get Quintessa out. The Prime. Here is the weapons for Skulk and Infernocus. If you want to use it for Infernocus, you just take these two. There's a plug or port here and a port or post here, plug there. And you just... There. Now you kind of got... It looks like Prime Predaking's tail sword. But, yeah. Let's start with Decepticon, or Infernocon, Rupture, a.k.a. Cutthroat. It's the same mold as... Oh, I forgot to flip down the tail. It's the same mold that you've been probably buying since 2011, 12, whenever Prime was out. He's done in mainly black and orange. Articulation-wise, his head can go all the way back. Arms are on a ball joint. You can get some movement. You get movement there, and movement at the wing. And the legs are on a ball joint, and the tail moves. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now your feet are not being difficult. But, yeah. Now to transform Rupture in his robot mode, you want to flip his head up and bring it down all the way. Then you can flip his robot head in and it will click into place. Take his feet, straighten them out. Now, flip up his tail. And now open this arm section out. Bring his arm down and fold the wing up. Same thing. There is Rupture in his robot mode. And yeah, these are the Legends class figures from Prime. These guys were really tiny. I mean, like, tiny, tiny. Now, that's Rupture. Moving on to Thrash, which was a center twin. AKA, for the time being, well, here in the States during Prime and the early years of him not having his name, he was called Twin Strike. He's a two-headed thing. Articulation-wise, both heads can move this way. They're both on ball joints, so they can look down, they can look up, left and right, all that. Arms can do a full 360. They're on a ball joint, in and out. Same here, and the tail can move up. Now, the transformation for Thrash is, let's start at the feet. You want to rotate the feet down here, and they want to look like this. You want to have the paws on the back. Pull out this panel and rotate it down and push it back into place. On this leg, it's a little looser, so bring it out, push in, flip his tail up. There are his legs. Now you want to, this assembly is on a joint, so move these down. That way you can flip down his head, and then these come all the way back around until they sit up here like this. Like that. Then you come up in here, open his chest up. You can get your nail in there and flip up his head. Close that panel up. And there is Thrash in his robot mode. Articulation-wise, his arms can only move forward. His legs can only move forward. No knee bend, no thigh swivel, nothing. Feet are on a ball joint, so you kind of get some ankle tilt. That is it for Thrash. I can't make the lighting any better for this one, though. Sorry, guys. And they're all black, so it doesn't help. Let's move on to Gorge. He's a, it's blot. It's prime blot. Articulation-wise, his head can look up. That's for transformation. His arms can go forward. He's got a swivel. And the legs are on a ball joint. To transform him, you want to flip his head all the way back. And then you can squeeze his body back together, kind of like in an accordion style. Rotate his knees forward and flip down his feet. Flip down, rotate forward, flip. Then you want to flip out his hands and push his arms back until they lock into place. Then you want to open up this panel and flip his head out. Come on. And there is Gorge in his robot mode. Articulation-wise, his head can look back. Arms are on a ball joint. And legs are on a ball joint. Yep. And That's it for Gorge. Let's just line these guys up back here. Taking a look at our last little one. And this is the one I don't like the most. Glug. Which is Whippersnapper. And they also, in this line, repainted this as Grimlock. So, articulation-wise, his arms are on a ratchet joint. Soft ratchet, but yeah. And legs are on a ball joint. So, to transform him, you want to take this section right here and unpeg it and accordion it down. And it will lay flat right there. I do like the silver here. Right here on his butt. I do like that. Why did none of the other figures not get it? I have no idea. Now you want to take this chest section, bring it all the way up, and in the process, flip up his head, and there are posts right there that are going to line up on the tail. This guy will fight you. Well, my copy anyway will fight you. Okay. Unpeg his legs. Now, you want to rotate his leg this way. Lock into place, flip down the head, and flip these arms up. Rotate it, flip, and flip. And there is Glug in his robot mode. Articulation, head can look down and up. Ball joint, ball joint. Yeah, that's really it for these guys. Like I said, these four are just the prime Terracons. Ooh, excuse me. Now, let's take a look at Skulk, the actual good part about this set. Now, this is what the Infernocons actually looked like in the movie. These little guys, this guy is what you saw fighting Optimus in them. Articulation-wise for him, his head is on a joint. He can look down and disappointment like, we failed and died. Arms can go up that way because of transformation, and they can go out this way. Bicep swivel and elbow bend. Legs are on a ball joint, and there is a knee bend. Now, if you open up his ribcage, there's the face from Infernocus, so you don't want to hide. You don't want him to show that off. And here he is with his fellow Infernocons. And just for a comparison, again, here is a Voyager class dinosaur. Hold on, now you don't want to stand. Voyager class dinosaur to him. Yeah. And a deluxe Triceratops. Now, the fun about these guys is they can combine into Infernocus. Before I get into this transformation, I would like to note these two suck as legs on my figure. They honestly suck as legs. He doesn't like staying tied together, nor does he. And there are posts on them for, like, if they... Can these guys become arms, too? Like, I'm curious. I don't know. I haven't been able to figure out yet. So, let's get them into their combined mode. So, let me take the four of them out. And let's transform Skulk into his. First, what you want to do is bend his head down. And then you want to flip these two panels together. And there's a post here and a tab here that will tab together. And straighten his arms out, and there is his chest and legs. Now what you want to do is take his robot mode legs, flip them down, rotate them, and there is a peg right here on his thigh that will peg into the back here on his chest. Sorry. Peg in. Now you want to take this and rotate it up, but you want to also hold on to the leg at the same time, because if you don't, the leg's going to move with it. Peg in, rotate that up. Now you want to take the head and... I knew I screwed that up. I knew I screwed up. Okay, now I gotta repeg those in. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Now you want to take his head, fold it back, bring it down like this, like that, and then push it in and move his head up. And there is the infernocus torso. It's okay looking. Now let's get the other guys in their limb forms. Shall we? Alright. So, to get Rupture into his limb mode, you want to flip him back into his bird mode. Oh, I'm not gonna go step by step because I don't wanna. This video is already long as it is. Flip those back down. I forget how this goes. Hang on. There we go. Alright. There is Rupture in R mode. Let's get Thrash in his. Gotta remember not to pull on his head. Bring that up. Yeah, my hands are big. I know. It's kind of. Bring those in. And it says to have these down with him. And Thrash is now ready for his R mode. So, we're done there. Now, time to get the two I don't like into their leg modes. Alright. Woo! Sorry. Yeah, make sure that's not in the way. Woo, there must be something in my throat. Alright. Okay. Gorge's leg mode. Hang on. Now let's get Glugs. I hate transforming these guys into their leg forms. Yeah. For a few reasons. Okay. Alright, I'm going to leave him open for this, so now I'm going to raise up the camera. Yeah. First, on the box, it says Gorge goes over here, but I'm going to put him over here. Just because I like him over here. Oh. Peg him in. He's in. He's in. And there is Gorge as a leg. Now for Glug. Oh. Come on, don't fight me. There. Now you want to close this up, and it On mine, it doesn't peg all the way together, and he keeps coming untabbed. So... I hate messing with this guy sometimes. Alright, now he's standing up. Now let's attach the arms. There are posts, and it's kind of blocking. There are posts right here on his leg. They go to the ports right here on his arms. Yeah. Lock them in. Yeah, I'm trying to... Ah! One arm done. Same thing on this side. And, Rupture tabs in nicely. Alright. After all of that is said and done, hold on. Now it wants to play on tab. Here is infernocus in his combiner mode. And he looks okay. He doesn't look like what he did in the movie, because if he looked like what he did in the movie, he'd be a big, like, leader class size dude. You can now give him his sword, which pegs into either the heads of Rupture or the Thrash. I plug it into Rupture. But, yeah. There he is in combine mode. His head, articulation-wise, his head can only rotate a little. Like, just a little. The arms can do a full 360, but you have to hold the back of his leg in order to get movement. In and out movement with Thrash's help. Or Rupture's help. Thrash and the leg joints to kind of go in and out. In and out. Legs can go forward. They can go back. They can go in and out. You do have a thigh swivel. And you have a knee bend. And that's not before these guys the legs start untabbing with each other. And honestly, I think mine is doing that because of the mold degradation that this figure is suffering from. Because these bots that are attached to Skulk are like almost 8 years old. But, yeah. So, there he is. And, let me get, comparisons done real quick and I'll be... Alright, I am back with comparisons. So now, let's move him off to the left a little bit and start our way up. First off, here he is with the Last Knight Voyager class Grimlock, and you can see he is a Voyager size figure. And he is taller just due to his horns. Here he is with another recent Voyager, which is the Studio Series Voyager class Optimus Prime. And, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. And finally, I'm going to put you over here because I want to. I'm going to put this down so you're not knocking him over. Here he is with the Last Knight Voyager class Megatron and Deluxe class Barricade. So here you have the Last Knight Decepticons thus far. I'm only missing Nitro and Berserker before I'm done with my the Last Knight Decepticons. But just looking at Megatron with him, you can see he is bigger than Megatron, which in the movie, this guy should be like up here compared to Megatron. Because in the movie, these guys towered everybody. Just like with the Dinobots, that's why I like the comparison between him and Grimlock. Because that's more accurate. These guys did tower certain characters in their combined mode. Like in the last night, you saw them when they changed Prime up. Prime was up to like here compared to them. But overall though, the last night infernocus is an okay figure. He's not the greatest movie figure we've had in recent years. Just not the greatest. But if you guys do want to pick him up, I would suggest hurrying. Actually, well, if you can't buy him at Toys R Us, you guys can buy him on Big Bad Toy Store for like, I think $40. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I paid $35 on this because of my store's closing sale. This guy was originally $50 here, which I'm glad I paid sale price for him. But yeah. So that's infernocus. Is he great? No. Is he bad? No. He's just alright. Would I recommend picking him up? Yeah. He looks pretty good in combined mode, to say the least. And as an added bonus, you get a little figure of Quintessa. I want to get her to stand up here, but I'm going to have to put her down there. See, there she is. Let's see, can I get her to stand up here? Possibly. Maybe. Hey! Alright, that works. She's standing on his shoulder. Okay, that works. So, overall, that is it for the review of the Transformers The Last Night Mission to Cybertron Combiner infernocus. I hope we get another infernocus later down the road that is not this. Ah! I killed her. I killed Quintessa. Prime was supposed to do that, not me. You get back up there and stand. And be the demonic little weirdo that you are. You know what? You're going on top of the box. I don't care. I'm hoping we do get a new version of him later that's a more leader class scale. We'll see. But that is it for the review. I thank you guys for watching this review. Thank you for... Just see you later.